Okay, so real quickly, I'm going to just show you the box method first. So we always have to check and see our different combinations. Here is a 3x1 or 1x3. We never worry about this order. Just set the order up once. This order does matter. The tiles can be arranged 1x10, 10x1, 2x5, or 5x2, just like yesterday. So what we do is we set up a little box. And we can draw a whole bunch of these. In fact, we can draw 6 of them. The possible combinations are 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to check all 4. So 3x1 or 1x3, it doesn't matter. And then pick one. Which combination do you want to try first? What's up, Akra? Okay. Okay, which combination you want to try first? Hamza, pick one. 1 and 10. Okay, so we can put 1 and 10 down. And what we do now is cross multiply. So what's the answer to 1 times 3? 3. It's multiplication, okay?
Sorry, Mr. Vargas.
Yes, Mr. Farr.
Some rogue. French and whatever here.
Oh, yeah, the best worst students.
So
Hey,
it's like herding cats.
Oh, how'd you guys like Mr. Farley's opening speech?
I think I said, do you want to smell my feet? That's what April must say. I might say something else, but she goes, Farley, you asked us to smell your feet. Right now, we are.
Hey, that was better than what we wanted her to write down.
Let's go. Give me your pets. That's French too. It's like herding cats. Sorry.
Oh, actually, that's on video. Oops. Okay, next, cross multiply. 1 times 10, answer is 10. So what we can do now is check our sums. So this is like an old school adding line like you did in elementary school, adding vertically. So what's 3 plus 10? 13. Well, what did we want? 11. So that's not the answer. Don't erase it though, because we need to know what we checked. So now we'll make another box. We won't change 1 and 3. In fact, we can't. Oops, I should erase that and put it in blue. 1 and 3. So now we'll go 10 and 1. Cross multiply. 3 times 10 is 30, and 1 times 1 is 1. Okay. Then we'll check our sum. 30 plus 1 is 31. Is that what we want? No. So we try it again. Again, once you get good at this, like you're going to cruise so fast. 1 and 3. Now for me, I'm getting lazy. What am I not doing? Yeah, well, being lazy as I always am, but I'm not making a complete box. I don't really need a complete box. Okay, so let's try 2 and 5. Cross multiply. 6 and 5, add them up. 11. Bingo, that's our answer. Okay, now watch this. Not this part. Let's see if I can make this bigger. Oh, I can. Isn't that awesome? So now you're going to pee your pants. This is so easy. This is x plus 2, one of your factors. And this is 3x plus 5, your other factor. See, I told you you're going to pee your pants. X plus 2, 3x plus 5. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Do they have a name for this method in China, Robert? Do you have a name for this method? Do you guys do that?
Yes.
What do you call it? Do you have a special name for it? Exactly what he said. Okay. So that's the method you're learning. I'm going to try to repeat that. There we go. You guys got that?
Yeah.
That's going to be on tomorrow's quiz. Okay. Now it's going to be a little bit different because we have a negative sign. So how's this going to work? This is multiplying to a positive. That's negative. How can that happen? 2 negatives. Okay. So let's work on our box. Well, let's just tell us the combinations. 1 times 3. And this would be 1 times 8. 8 times 1. 2 times 4. 4 times 2. That's the same as yesterday. It's not different. Okay. Then work on your, I shouldn't say that, do your box method. Okay, which one do you guys want to start with? 4 and 2, sure. 2, 4. Cross multiply. 3 times 2 equals 6. And what's the other one? Oh, just hold your horses, please. 1 times 4 is 4. Altogether, we get 10. Nope. So, let's switch them, just like Ishwar is saying, because he's probably already finished this one. 4 and 2, this will give us 12. This will give us 2. And we got 14. Oh, but guess what? We want a negative 14. So I guess that's not the answer. Donna, what's up? Yeah, just add a negative. So if I just added a negative here, then I should put a negative on the 12. And what if I put a negative on the 2? Where should I put a negative? On the 2 for the answer to the multiplication. And now I get negative 14. Now if you want, you could have done that right at the beginning. You totally could have. Okay? So now we have the answer. So the first factor is from the top. What is it? X minus 4. So this one, x minus 4, comes from the top. And the second factor comes from the bottom. That's right, 3x minus 2. So there you have your two factors. Okay. How you guys doing? Thumbs up, down in the middle? Okay, that's pretty good. Let's try the next one now. Go for it. Write out the beginning steps. So I want to see your all your combinations, please. Go. Okay. 1 and 3. Should I start with 5 and 2? 5 and 2. Cross multiply. 3 times 5 is 15. 1 times 2 is 2. Add up, I get 17. Okay, that's not going to work. Put a negative. Oh, so you're saying like if I made this one a negative? Okay, if I made a 2 here a negative, then yeah, you're totally right. I'm going to get 13. But where else should I put this negative sign? To the side. Alright, so put it here. You're always working with your negatives top and bottom. Now that totally makes sense because what's 5 times negative 2? Negative 10. So here you know you must have 1 negative times 1 positive. You can do it at the beginning or at the end. Okay, Harbir? 1 and 10? That's probably not going to work. 1, 3, 1 and 10. That would be 13. And this would be 10. That would be 13. But the problem is, what is this going to multiply to, 1 and 10? It's going to multiply to 10, positive. And we want negative. Okay, and so that's why sometimes you looking at your sign right away stops that error. This is really, really common. Right? Anything you're going to get wrong in quiz or test, it's probably going to be because of the sign error. Gives you a false correct answer. Got that? False correct answer. Okay. Yes? Oh, you're right too. Oh, Mr. Barker's not really paying attention. So if I need a negative 13, doesn't my larger number have to be negative? Totally does. You guys are probably all waiting for me to screw that up, which I did. Now we have negative 13. Okay. So now our final answer. Who's got it? Ishwar. Not minus 2. Yeah, I made that mistake. Sorry about that. I screwed that up. Okay. All right. Next example. This one looks harder, but it's not really. It's actually easier because the 5 only has one combination. 1 times 5. Or, negative 27. What should it really be? Negative 1 times negative 5. Or negative 5 times negative 1. What about the 10, though? What are the combinations of 10? 1 times 10 or 2 times 5. don't switch these around, just do that once, like that. Okay, so all we're going to do is we'll switch this one around, but don't switch the first one. Okay, do your box method, see which one it's going to be. Okay, draw your box, guess and check. Hands up if you got this. Good, awesome. Okay, next one. Don't even worry about the b squared. And what's this going to mean for us with the a's and the b's? What letter has to be at the front? And what letter has to be at the back? B. That's all it means. Don't worry about it now. Go ahead, do the box method of factoring. Watch out for that negative sign. Okay, go, give it a shot. Okay, have a look up here with what I did. I want to talk about it for a specific reason. It's to help you figure out your signs. So I have a -5, which means I can have a -1 times a 5, or I could just put the negative sign on the other number. So that's another combination. And here I can have a -5 and on 1, or 5 by -1. Why I look after my signs at the end is because instead of having to write this twice, I can just quickly do my check. So I have 10 and 14. It can be positive 14, or, so if one's negative, right? If I make one negative, I'll have 6. If I make the 10 negative, I'll have -6. Right? So I don't even bother worrying about my signs right there. Oops, 4 and 10. But keep in mind that I have to have one negative and one positive. Now when I do this one, 4 times 5, I get 20. 2 times 1, I can get 2. Keep your eye on the prize. I want 18. Now I can do that with 20 and 2 if what? 2's negative. Then I get positive 18. And so then I kind of work backwards and say, well, if 2's negative, then the 1 must be negative for that negative product or negative answer. Okay. Now some people don't like that. Don't worry about it. I just want to show you something different. You're welcome to work with your negative signs as you do this. Okay. So now the numbers will be 2a plus 5b times 4a minus 1b. Hands up if you got that. Okay, that's a little bit of a harder one for sure. Okay, and we're close to the end of those. Good. Next, this is a combination. All right. Why is this a combination? What kind of numbers is 12, 14, and 20? They're all even. If you have three even numbers, what would automatically be the GCF? 2 or more. So think, hey, I know I can take out a 2 if I have all evens. But, okay, so you got to watch out for evens, because then you'll know at least you can take out a 2 as the GCF. Okay, so let's do that. Because of the 14, we can't take out anything higher. So 2 is your GCF, don't lose that. And we get 6x squared plus 7xy minus 10 y squared. Okay. Let's set up the answer right away. 2 brackets, and what about your letters in the brackets? X and Y, X and Y. Okay. Now focus on the numbers. Do the box method. Go. What are the factors of 6? 2 and 3, 1 and 6. So that could be your options for your left. And for 10, you have all these options, right? Yeah, the middle, we always do the sum for the checking the middle. Plus 7, right? Okay. Okay, this is a pretty hard one. Okay, so 1 and 6 was the combo for the front, and the second was 2 and -5. Definitely a harder one. Be honors, I think it's bonus on a test. We say x equals a plus 3. So then we get 2 times x squared minus x minus 21. So this is definitely honors. Okay. Good. Then you can factor it. So we can go 2, 1, 3, and 7. This would be 3 and 14. Nope, don't want that. So we'll switch it. 7 and 3, 6 and 7. This works only if that's negative. So my factors are 2x minus 7 times x plus 3. Not done yet, though. So now it's 2 times a plus 3, because we have to substitute back in. And here we get a plus 3 plus 3. Super important to use brackets. Okay? Then you can multiply 2a plus 6 minus 7. Here, a plus 3 plus 3, nothing changes. Okay? Collect like terms, 2a minus 1. Here, a plus 6. Again, this is honors. You will never see that unless I made it bonus marks. Okay? And that's what, so it's pretty intense, absolutely. Is it hard? No, but it's tedious. A lot of basic stuff there. Any questions with that? Good. So I won't even worry about it. Okay? 7 is more the same as 6. You have to do that substitution thing. So this is what's a little bit different. Okay? All right. Let's go K-type questions. The box method is so easy for K-type questions. What we have to do is find all the sums. So 2. What's the arrangement of the 2? GABA? Or 1 and 2, doesn't matter. What about 3? 3 and 1, or negative 3 and negative 1. Okay? Or, sorry, I shouldn't do that yet. 1 and 3, which, like you said. And then we had negative 1 times negative 3, and negative 3 times negative 1. Okay, so what you want to do right now is do all your squares. 2 and 1, go 3 and 1. 2 and 1, 1 and 3. 2 and 1, negative 1, negative 3. 2 and 1, negative 3, negative 1. Now find all your sums. Right? So all we're doing is checking all possible combinations. It helps you find the answers quickly. How are we going to write this? K equals, no, we have a positive and a negative, but the 5 is smaller digit, so let's put that first. Plus or minus 5, comma, plus or minus 7. How many answers? 4 answers. Sometimes they ask you for the sum. Sometimes they'll ask you what they are, sometimes they'll ask you how many. Okay. All right, now we have to do the same thing for B. What's the combination for 3? 1 and 3. What about negative 4? Negative 2 times 2. What else? 2 times negative 2. That's different. Okay. Sometimes it'll be the same, but most of the time it won't be, so you got to check it. Okay, continue. Negative 4 and 1. Yep. Negative 1 and 4. What else? 4 times negative 1 and 1 times negative 4. So we'll have several combinations. Go ahead, do your boxes real quick and check for your answers. how many answers for this one? 6. Okay, I know not everyone's done. I went super fast. Apologize for that. Okay, but you gotta check all combinations. Do check them. Sometimes they repeat. Don't write the number twice. Okay, sometimes you get some weird things, so just be careful. Double check your work. Okay, I'll just let people finish writing that down. Then we're going to go up and do decomposition, which you don't really need to know. Going back up then for decomposition. So this is an alternate method which you must be able to recognize. So what we have here is it's going to be very similar to the simple trinomials, except we've got to factor out a GCF type deal. So first of all, what we do, because there's a number in front, we have to find our super product. See how the P is bigger? So the product now is 3 times positive 10. The super product is plus 30. The sum, though, still equals 11. So what numbers multiply to 30 but add to 11? Well, 30 is 1 and 30, 2 and 15, 3 and 10, 5 and 6. Which ones go to 11? 5 and 6. So 3x squared plus 5x plus 6. Now we have now we can take out a 2, and the remainder is 3x plus 5. Okay, and so we should see them the same. Okay, now if the 5x and the 6x had switched places, then you wouldn't be able to do the GCF properly. Okay, so now we can go and take that out. So one factor is x plus 2. The other factor is 3x plus 5. It's almost like you do GCF again. Okay. Okay, for a quick example. So we have 3x squared minus 14x plus 8. What's the super product? 3 times plus 8, 24. Your sum is negative 14. Okay, so 3x squared doesn't change. The plus 8 doesn't change, not like I did up top. But what does the middle term split into? No, let's multiply 24. 2 and 12? What should they both be? Negative. So minus 2, don't write this down, minus 2x minus 12x. But why don't I want the 2x here at the 3x? There's no GCF. Well, there is GCF of just x. Hold on for a second. Yeah, it'd be better if we switched them. Oh, no, it wouldn't. Let's go with that. Oh, I suck at this one. Okay, so let's take out a GCF here. And take out a GCF here. So we take out an x, and we're left with 3x minus 2. Here, take out a 4x, and we're left with negative 3x. Oh, just 4, you're right, thank you. Over 2 times negative 3x plus 2. What's the problem, though? And this time I actually did it on purpose. This is not the same. Okay, it's not the same. So that means what can we do to make it the same? What's smacking you in the face right here? Negative sign. So what we should do is make this a negative 4. And that's exactly why we never teach this method, unless we have to recognize that it exists. So now we're going to get a positive 3x minus 2. Are your brackets the same now? And that's what you need. So 3x minus 2 times x minus 4. Okay. I don't recommend using this method for work because that negative GCF always trips people up. I recommend box method. But if they on the test say, is this correct work, you should be able to say, yes, it is. And that's the only reason why I'm showing it to you. Okay? All right.